Yeah, I posed the question before, could Lando Norris take advantage of Oscar Piastri failing to finish Q3? Yes, but also no. In the end, Piastri classified down in P9 ahead of Charles Leclerc, who also crashed out during Q3. But Lando Norris couldn't really improve that much on his time. He only got into P7 during the Q3 session. He almost put it into the same wall that Oscar Piastri did as well. But he just about managed to keep his car going, but unfortunately for him, it did cost him time on his lap. So Lando Norris lines up P7, Piastri in P9, the worst qualifying of the season by far for McLaren. It is wide open at the front of the grid. Hell, even Yuki Tsunoda, he qualified ahead of Norris. He was up in P6, Antonelli P4, George Russell P5, but P1 for number one. Max Verstappen. He set yet another unbelievable qualifying lap. I think he was about 6/10 ahead of Carlos Sainz. Of course, that Red Bull is at least probably 6/10 faster than that Williams, but he did it on a much wetter track. Nobody else could improve. Nobody else could do better on those final runs, except for Max. He has an absolute sixth sense of where the grip is going to be before he goes into a corner. He's like Ayrton Senna in that kind of regard. And I know this was obviously not the most extreme conditions, but obviously to set a lap like that while the track was wet and nobody else could do it on dry tyres. Nobody else could do it, but he could. I mean, that just says something about the guy, doesn't it? You know, it really, really does. Honestly, he's got to be the favourite to win tomorrow. He has to be. With the McLaren so far down, and with how good Red Bull were, how good Verstappen was in that Red Bull last time out in Italy, he's got to be the strong favourite for tomorrow. Of course, 12 months ago, Verstappen was miles off it around this track. Just would not agree with him for whatever reason. But on this day in history, in the year of our Lord 2025, he's done it again. He's done it again. If I had a hat, I would take it off to you, sir. Absolutely incredible stuff.